philosophy professor once stood before his class with a large empty jar. He then pulled out a bag of rocks from his bag and gently filled the jar with the rocks and asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed that it was. The professor then picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. He shook the jar lightly. The pebbles, of course, rolled into the open areas between the rocks. The students laughed. He asked his students again if the jar was full, and they agreed that yes, it was. The professor then picked up a box filled with sand and poured it into the jar. Of course, the sand went between the rocks and the pebbles and filled up the jar. He then asked once more if the jar was full. The students responded with a unanimous yes. He finally reached under the table and took out 2 cups of steaming coffee and poured them into the jar. Of course, the coffee filled the remaining space within the jar, making the jar truly full now. The professor then lifted his gaze and asked his students, if the jar represents your life, what does the experiment show you? One of the students seated on the 4th bench said, no matter how busy we think we are, we can always take on more. That is one view, replied the professor, but eventually you will burn out. Another view is that the rocks represent the big things in your life, things that are important to you. Set your priorities. If you don't place them in your jar first, you'll never have room for it later. You'll be just busy working on the small stuff like the pebble and the sand. But what about the coffee? Asked someone from the back row. The professor smiled and said, I'm glad you picked up on that. No matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for a cup of coffee with your friend. The metaphor relates to the need on prioritizing. It's about taking care of the rocks first, the things that really matter and are critical to your long-term well-being and happiness. If you deal with the big issues first, by putting the rocks in the jar first, the small issues can still fall in place. However, the reverse is not true. The rocks resemble the most important things in your life, such as family, health, and relationship, while pebbles could represent your work, school, and house. These things often come and go and are not permanent or essential to your overall well-being, while the sand represents the remaining small stuff and material possessions in your life. Now, the metaphor here is that if you start with putting sand first into your jar, you will not have room for rocks or pebbles. This holds true for the things you let in your life too. You need to make room for what's important. Now, most of us lead busy but undisciplined lives. If you are going through each day aimlessly, waking up at a very last minute, gulping down some coffee, dashing out of the door to go to college or job that doesn't inspire you or take you towards your goals, spending your lunch break complaining to your colleagues or friends about how you hate your job or rather what you do, and returning home at the end of the day to sit exhausted on the sofa while watching hours of pointless entertainment on your TV or phone, you are wasting time on things that don't really matter. If you spend all your time on the small and insignificant things, you will run out of room for the things that are really important. So, to have a more effective life, you should prioritize important things in your life and then worry about the pebbles and the sand later. You may think you are making progress simply because you are busy. Nothing could be further from truth. In fact, busyness can keep you from accomplishing anything meaningful by giving you a false feeling of accomplishment while stealing your time. It is tempting to say that everything is important. It's easy to make everything a top priority and hedge our efforts by focusing on everything all at once. The only problem is that nothing meaningful ever really gets done. We all have priorities, but it's difficult to determine which should come first. Stephen Covey once said that the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. While the difference in the phrase prioritize your schedule and schedule your priorities might sound subtle, there's a big difference in the two. Understanding the key difference would need you to asking yourself these questions. Do you want to slog through the to-do list, checking each item off, even if it is not very useful and probably not contributing to your goals? Or do you want to start with your goals, prioritize them, and then focus on the most important tasks that will help you achieve your goals. Obviously, you will agree that it's the later one. Friends, it's not time management we need to work on, it's priority management. It's not the time that we have that's a problem, it's what we do with the time. Doing too many wrong things is a sure recipe for disaster. When the infamous bank robber Willie Sutton was asked why he robbed banks, he simply replied, because that's where the money is. We all spend most of our day looking to make a meaningful impact, but how many of our efforts set us to deliver one? Are we going where the money or happiness is, or just chasing the same dead ends of frustration? John Maxwell, an expert in the leadership field and author of the book The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, says that your schedule might be full, but if it's not full of the right kinds of tasks, you might be wasting time and doing yourself a disservice. He cites the Pareto principle, which states that 20% of your priorities will give you 80% of your production if you spend your time, energy, money, and personnel on the top 20% of your priorities. Therefore, if you got 10 things to do, you shouldn't be doing all the 10 things. You should basically be doing 2 things. So if you have a list of 10 items you do, 2 of those items will be worth 5 or 10 times more than the other 8 items put together. That means if your to-do list has 10 tasks on it, you should focus on the top 2. To be able to identify as to what should get into the top 20% or the top 2 that I spoke about, there are 3 important R's that you need to remember: requirement, returns, and reward. So ask yourself, what is required of me? What do I have to do that no one else can do except me? Next, ask yourself, what gives me greatest returns? And finally, we need to ask ourselves, what brings the greatest reward? Life is too short not to do something you love. Find time to do what you love. Friends, the most important thing is that you prioritize what gives you personal satisfaction. As Peter Drucker rightly said, efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right things.